Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're underway. Philip Lahm, Jim Beglin, one of the greatest fullbacks ever, perhaps.
Oh, without doubt, Peter. He's definitely in that category when it comes to legendary players. I don't think I've seen someone as adaptable, as dependable, both going forward and having to get back too. Plus, he's got that excellent leadership he's always displayed.
Applies the finish! And there's an early warning shot across the bow.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
So what can they make of this? Now that looks a decent ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Roberto Carlos. Now Robson. João Neves, Nuno Mendes, and it's Neves. Zola. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So, we're seeing some conservatism here.
Nuno Mendes, he's found a way through, and here's Eze. Now, can they get him away? And a shot! They've scored! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Nuno Mendes, great defending, strong and determined. Messi makes a move down the right. He's gone for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Robson clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Messi, a dangerous raider down the right-hand side. Messi's cross, and a header! It's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Roberto Carlos made a surge from full-back, as it took, and he's decided to go for it. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Lovely ball and a real chance now. It is a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Decent chance! Lahm clears. And it's Lahm. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Nuno Mendes. Eze. Can he get on the end of this? Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that is a little undercooked. Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min! Has a look and plays it forward. Rijkaard. Santa Clara are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Perilously close. Zaire Emery. Here's Chouameni. Oh, what a ball! Dembele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Thuram receives it in a good position here. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. Del Piero. Gehi gets across to intercept that. And here's Dembele. Nicely spread. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. It's their second corner of the game. There's the shot! And the ball's come loose here. Showing good feet. The cutback. And he's taking no chances there. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de compensação.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Lam. Now it's Thuram. Looking for the run. Pass is just off target. And for the first half, that is that. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, it's been an intriguing watch. A really nice contrast of styles that seem to suit both teams pretty well. Who's ultimately going to win it? It's anyone's guess still.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. So once again, we're underway. And it's Eze. Zaire Emery finding himself in space. Varane tries to clear. Good chance! Oh, he's played it in low. And the counter is on. Rijkaard. That is ended up in no man's land. And this is Son Heung-min. Shot at goal! That's been cut out, well played. And here's Son Heung-min. Foot in. Chouameni. Son Heung-min. Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's it. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, full marks for that effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Indica. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Rafael Varane. Chouameni. And he's forced to go back. Deftly away. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Can he get it through?
That was lovely, that.
He's shifting through the gears here. Played in with purpose. That's a decent clearance. He's having a hit! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Now that is commitment to the cause.
Vai-se proceder uma substituição.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Número 30, Messi. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 17, número 9, Cristiano Ronaldo, número 99. Está a acontecer uma substituição.
There's the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. And it's Salah. It's Salah! Ambitious, but just off target.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Vietnam perhaps contemplating their next change here. Chance here to counter. He is through here. Nuno Mendes. And here's Haaland. Plenty to aim at here. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Knocks it into space. Caught offside that time.
Vai-se proceder uma substituição.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
E vai entrar com o número 2.
Zola.
Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Roberto Carlos. Delivered in. Punched away. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And now the breakaway. Tries to play it through. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
Vietnam clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Great vision. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And he whips it across. Bruno Fernandes. It's a really well-measured ball. He's picked his way through. Pulisic. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Robson. Cristiano Ronaldo gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. Oh, lovely bit of skill. And this is Zola. And the pass is intercepted. Zola. And this is Ronaldo. Spread neatly. Oh, good ply! And it's in! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
Takes a shot! Oh. And another try! And there's a goal! They have stolen level at the last! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is...
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick. So who's he going to be aiming for here? Ball in towards the middle. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Haaland. Pulisic. He's got away. Pulisic. Haaland is onto this. And the referee brings it to a close. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?